Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
We have almost completed our unit 1.
Okay.
Sorry, madam, I couldn't hear properly.
We have completed unit 1. From unit 2, we will get codified laws. That is Hindu Marriage Act. We will start from unit 2. So with that, I don't want to start today because tomorrow we have a holiday. So we will take it on 27th. I don't want any break in second unit of our Marriage Act, which is very small, only 39 sections, which will be divided into parts. With 5 parts,
Okay.
we will complete it. Dividing 5 parts, and in that, very important are the definitions. Then, main thing is just we will take time for definitions to understand. So I don't want that to start right now. We will do that on 27th. Probably discuss.
Sure, ma'am.
So any
Ma'am,
doubts in unit 1?
Unit two is with regard to marriage law only, or would there be any property sharing laws also?
Hindu Marriage Act, only about marriages.
Hindu Marriage Act. Okay. Okay.
Yes, Hindu Marriage Act. Your divorce, restitution of conjugal rights, all those parts will be dealt with. The main
Okay.
lengthy part will be the definitions, because each and every definition will be very important there.
Okay.
What is half blood? What is full blood? What is half blood? What is uterine blood? Because those all will be affecting again in our Succession Act. Like the co-partners who will be called taken as a co-partner or not taken as a co-partner, legitimate, illegitimate children, all that we will cover in according to codified law there. So do you have any doubts in unit 1?
Yeah, madam. From yesterday's chapter, Dandupath is there, right? That is that tells to pay the in principal amount and the interest amount up to the principal.
Right.
So, is Dandupath falls under the moral obligation or legal obligation, or it's a separate one?
Dandupath is actually legal also, because it was there as a law.
Okay.
But later on, when the pious obligation itself has been abrogated, Dandupath became only in the contract basis of law, legally.
So we can say it is a piece of legal obligation.
It's a Shastrik, yeah. No, not legal or moral obligation, you can say.
Okay.
Because that Dandupath word has been removed right now.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
fathers' debt are not liable by sons. శాస్త్రిక్ లా లేదు, కోడిఫైడ్ లా వచ్చిన తర్వాత మనకు శాస్త్రిక్ లా లేదు. ఇప్పుడు బై వాలంటరీ వాంట్ టు పే యువర్ ఫాదర్స్ డెట్, దట్ ఈస్ డిఫరెంట్.
Understand. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Any more? To cover this whole 1 unit, I will give you 5 questions from exam point of view, so that you get a sum up of unit 1. Right?
Sure, ma'am.
The first and very important question is sources of Hindu law.
1 second, ma'am. 1 second. Yes, ma'am.
Sources of Hindu law is a very important question. We know ancient law, you have to cover everything.
Yes,
Ancient law, modern law, ancient law, each and everything. Shruti, Smriti, you have to write down all these 4. Modern law, all these 3. Then we have various schools of Hindu law. Main schools being 2, then Mitakshara being divided into 4, then the differences between the Mitakshara and Dayabhagashara. Yeah.
Ma'am, once again.
What is the second question, ma'am?
Various schools of Hindu law
Okay.
and difference between Mitakshara and Dayabhaga. Then we have essential features of joint family, or say the rights, powers, and duties of Karta in the joint family system. And who is a co-partnering? How does that affect?
It all comes in third question only.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you please spell the co-personary word?
COPAR
Mhm.
CENERY.
Co-personary.
Co-personary. Okay. Thank you.
Fourth.
Then the concept or the doctrine of pious obligation.
Come again, ma'am.
Doctrine of pious obligation. Yesterday, what all we have discussed: pious obligation, antecedent debts. Basically, the concept of debts. దాంట్లో pious obligation, antecedent debts, rule of Dandupath, all will be covered. Like Vyavaharika debt, how we deal in Hindu law.
Madam, these questions are for the internal, no, madam? External, madam?
Yeah, we are covering the subject unit 1. As a total
Revision
These
syllabus.
questions
purpose.
are for external,
Yeah.
no, madam?
Yeah,
External
external.
only for revisional purposes.
Internal, let me complete second unit also.
Okay, madam.
Internal also mostly covered because mostly it will
Excuse
be
me, madam.
sources of
Fourth one
Hindu
is
law and
doctrine of pious obligation.
yeah, pious obligation,
Okay.
doctrine
What
of
else?
antecedent debts. Yes, you are asking me what is pious obligation.
Just to have repetition of this in a brief manner.
I can't hear you.
So if you can just explain in a brief pious obligation.
Okay, it is an obligation by the son towards his father. According to Shastric law, you were not there yesterday?
So I was there,
The
but I did not. I still have some doubt.
Yes, tell me what is the doubt.
So at the pious obligation, particularly, how to define?
Pious obligation is one by which a son is religiously bound, obligated to pay the debts of his father. That is pious obligation. Though he is legally bound or not, though there is any
Okay,
contract or not, whatever, but the son feels that it is his obligation to fill the obligation of his father.
Ma'am, this Payas and Dandupala is both are same, na? But in Dandupala there will be some limitations in terms of
In
interest pay and all.
Dandupatha, why we are calling is Dandupatha is interest paina adi
Yes.
interest paina interest వస్తుంది దాంట్లో. We are getting
How?
we are taking interest on interest.
Interest on interest. When it comes into
Isn't it?
Payasa,
చక్రవడ్డీ మ్యామ్ చక్రవడ్డీ
when it comes into Payasa, interest ఇవ్వాలని కూడా లేదు కదా మేడం. ఓన్లీ లైబిలిటీ ఏది ఉంటే అది ఫిల్ఫిల్ చేస్తే
Pious-
చాలు.
in pious obligation, voluntarily you taking it.
Okay.
There is no
There is
binding.
no need for other. Yeah, there is no bind, means the other person is not coming and forcing you, but you are taking it as your voluntarily your obligation, that you have to fulfill whatever your father has told you to do, or whatever your father has taken as loans or debts.
Ma'am, when we say pious or religious responsibility, again it is with regard to Hindu religion only?
Yes,
Okay.
it is the duty of the son to pay whatever his father has taken debts.
Yeah.
In joint family system, it works like that, right? In
Yeah.
old Hindu law system also, it worked like that. Yes? Yes?
Yes, ma'am. It's still working.
It is like when you are born, if you are getting rights into the property, even you are getting rights into the debts of your father. In simple terms to explain. That is pious obligation. పుట్టగానే రైట్ టు ప్రాపర్టీ వస్తే పుట్టగానే రైట్ టు డెప్ట్ కూడా వస్తుంది. దో ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ రిటర్న్, ఇట్ ఈస్ అండర్స్టూడ్ యాజ్ యువర్ ధర్మ ఆఫ్ ద సన్ దట్ హీ షుడ్ పే ద డెప్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ హిస్ ఫాదర్, బికాస్ హీ ఈస్ టేకింగ్ ద ప్రాపర్టీ ఆల్సో ఫ్రమ్ హిస్ ఫాదర్. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
లేకపోయినా
Yes, madam. Thank you very much.
Yes, somebody asking, lady.
ప్రాపర్టీ లేకపోయినా పే చేయాలా మేడం?
అవును, ప్రాపర్టీ లేకపోయినా, దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ పయస్ ఆబ్లిగేషన్ ఈజ్ లైక్. ప్రాపర్టీ ఉన్నా లేకపోయినా ఆయన అనుకుంటుండు పే చెయ్యాలి అంటే సెల్ఫ్ ఎక్వైర్డ్ ప్రాపర్టీ నుంచి కూడా ఆయన ఇవ్వచ్చు.
ప్రాపర్టీ లేకపోతే స్లేవ్ అవ్వాల్సిందే.
అది డిపెండ్, ప్రాపర్టీ గురించే కాదు కదా. హీ మస్ట్ బి హ్యావింగ్ మనీ, రైట్? There
Yes,
must
ma'am.
be some gold. It is not
Yes, ma'am.
always property, land or something only. He must have given him some gold, or he must be enough knowledgeable enough to have his own self-acquired property.
Right.
Though he might not have taken care of his father when he was alive, but after death he might be feeling that let me clear all his debts. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
ఎందుకంటే మనం చెప్తాం కదా, అది హ్యావ్ నో దట్ 7 generation we take our debts to 7 generations. Isn't it? In our
Yes, ma'am.
law. So if we clear it, ముక్తి వచ్చి పితృదోషాలు అవన్నీ రావు అని. దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ అవర్ హిందూ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఇస్.
ఎస్, ఇవన్నీ ఫుల్ఫిల్ చేయించడానికి అది పెట్టినట్టున్నారు మేడం.
అంటే అర్థం కాలేదు.
ఇవన్నీ ఇలా భయపెడితేనే కదా వాళ్ళంతా పే చేస్తారు. మళ్ళీ 7th generation 7 జన్మలు ఎత్తారు. అందుకనే ఇలా ఎట్లయినా ఇక్కడే క్లియర్ చేసుకుంటారండి.
అది యాక్చువల్లీ అది భయపెట్టడానిక లేకపోతే ఒక మారల్ సొసైటీ రావాలందుక, వి డోంట్ నో, బట్ వి డూ బిలీవ్ దట్ వీ హ్యావ్ 7 lives.
ఎస్,
సో అది 7 lives ఉన్నది అని బిలీవ్ చేయడానికి ఎవరు భయపెట్టింది మనకి? ఇప్పుడు పితృలోకం ఉంటది అని సమ్ బిలీవ్ అండ్ సమ్ డోంట్ బిలీవ్. ఉంటదా లేదా? భూతలోకం ఉంటది అని డూ వి బిలీవ్ ఆర్ నాట్?
ఎస్.
దో సైన్స్ డజంట్ బిలీవ్, బట్ యాజ్ ఇండివిజువల్స్ డూ వి బిలీవ్ ఆర్ నాట్?
ఎస్, ఎస్.
చాలా మంది వీఆర్ ఎడ్యుకేటెడ్, వీ డోంట్ బిలీవ్ అంటారు. బట్ హూ హ్యావ్ knowledge or who has personally affected, they know it. It is also one type of word. ఉందా లేదా?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
ఎస్ మేడం.
So for all laws to come into being, there is some source. భయపెట్టించడానికి చేసినామో లేకపోతే సొసైటీ సవ్యన్యంగా నడవాలని చేసినామో, బట్ దట్ రూల్ కేమ్ డ్యూ టు something which happened.
Some practices and
some practices, some knowledge of some, maybe for the betterment of the society, maybe for the economics, maybe for the development, maybe as you said that he must clear the other person who has given the loan should not suffer loss. For that reason, the laws have been made. But these laws have been made before the codified law. That is, ఆచారమే అట్లా చేశారు. మారల్ బీయింగ్, మారల్ ఆచార మన వ్యవహారం అట్లా ఉండాలి అని చెప్పి మనకు ఫ్రమ్ ఇన్ చైల్డ్హుడ్ దే ఇన్కార్పొరేట్ morals in us.
Most of our law relates to morals only, na ma'am?
Yes, all the laws are related to morals, but now in today's circumstances, everything depends on law. How you can break law. That even if your father has taken debt, now you have up to laws to say that you are not binding on them. If you go by pious obligation, then no need for any law to explain to you, you have to give or you have to oblige or you are not to oblige. Isn't it? If you don't want to oblige, you have laws to safeguard you. Now we are using laws in different terms. Uncodified. Personally, I believe uncodified law was much better, being morally inculcated in us rather than these laws which we learn. Yes, any more doubts on pious obligation?
No, ma'am.
Here you have Brijnarayan versus Mangal Prasad case law. In this it says that in the Privy Council explained the concept of antecedent debt. In this case, father mortgaged a part of joint family property by executing mortgage deed. Later on, he executed second mortgage deed on the same property to pay off the first mortgage. Now the suit was brought on the second mortgage. Now the question was whether first mortgage debt served as an antecedent debt to support the later mortgage. Have you understood? The question was whether first mortgage debt served as a debt to support the later mortgage. Now here the court held that the debt was an antecedent debt to second mortgage and binding on the sons.
Then this is from which case? Which case? Brijnarayan versus?
Mangal Prasad.
I'm sorry?
Mangal Prasad.
Mangal Praja.
Mangal Prasad. Brijnarayan versus Mangal Prasad. ఒక్క డెప్ట్ ని క్లియర్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఇంకో డెప్ట్ చేసుకుంటే ఆ డెప్ట్ యాంటిసిడెప్ట్ లోనే వస్తుంది అండ్ ద సన్స్ ఆర్ బౌండ్ టు పే ఇట్.
This is in the case of remortgagation.
Yeah, remortgage.
They prevent discrimination between taxpayers. Unless
Then
between the domestic tax
fifth one will be partitions according to how the partitions are affected in Meetakshara school and Dayabhaga school.
see that discrimination between these taxpayers.
What is the law of partition in Meetakshara and Dayabhaga?
They add
Fifth question, ma'am.
Yeah.
so that means both governments will have a tracking of
Partitions are difference between Meetakshara and Dayabhaga.
How affected? Partition, how affected in Meetakshara and Dayabhaga?
individually resident taxes can be created simultaneously for taxation.
Whether in Meetakshara widows has the right in the property or not, how they will get the right, how their sons will get the right, how the unborn child will get the right, does he get in the abhaga or not. In Mitakshara, how an unborn child is being dealt. We have completed in our class.
Yes, ma'am.
So these are the five important questions in which we can sum up whole our first unit. Coming to small questions like this, Dandapath anyway covered under depths.
And most of these things covered, I think.
Yeah. In small questions, they may ask, what is Manusmriti? Or only Smritis? Or they may ask, what is Manu Dharma?
Ma'am, this all comes
Ma'am,
under
can you put
Hindu
questions
law,
in chat box, ma'am, please?
Sorry?
Can you put those questions in chat box, ma'am?
Chat box.
Chat box.
These questions I will give you in like assignment types. Okay?
Ma'am, this.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
What do you said? The small questions. This all covers in Hindu sources of Hindu law, na? Basically.
Yes. Just it is that when you see on the question paper, you will suddenly get surprised. What is this question like? What is Manu Dharma? He may put. The last time it so happened that Manu Dharma never he gave, but last time in COVID he gave what is Manu Dharma. Everyone were unable to understand what is Manu Dharma. Please tell me what is Manu Dharma? అయ్యో ఏమైంది? What happened?
They remember tradition of Manu, lots of Manu, ma'am.
Sorry?
Also called Manava Dharma Shastra.
మానవ ధర్మ శాస్త్ర. ఇప్పుడు మనము మను ధర్మ, యజ్ఞవల్లక స్మృతి, మనుస్మృతి అని చదివాం కదా. Did we read right? What Manu did, what Prajapati did, and what Narada Smriti.
Yes, ma'am.
We separately did all these three, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is Manusmriti? He didn't care. He didn't give question as Manusmriti. He gave the question as Manu Dharma. Write a short notes on Manu Dharma.
Manu Dharma is one of the old.
Ma'am,
A kind of caste system, I think.
ma'am, Manusmriti means the reflections of Manu consists of 2685 verses on the code of conduct of human society like dharma, religion, duty, law, right, justice, practice, and principle, ma'am.
Google this చెప్తున్నారా?
Super bhaiya నువ్వు.
Tell me what I told in the class. So that I get confidence that at least people are listening to me and understanding. Google అంటే నేను అవసరమే ఉన్నాను కదా. You can take out any question and Google it.
We are listening, ma'am.
That's what just a question. What you understand by that question? To show you that we are covering everything in our classes. ఎందుకంటే బుక్ చూస్తే పెద్ద పెద్ద బుక్స్ ఉంటాయి. You can get a 40-page book, you can get a 4,000 pages book also. But that is not what we want. We want to see that whether we are covering the subject as a whole, we are getting the knowledge as a whole or not. Simple Manu Dharma, I think we did for a long time. 2 to 3 classes. And almost in every class we did discuss about Manu Dharma, Mitakshara school from the day one.
It comes in ancient practices. Manu Dharma is a oldest this thing compared to that 6 or 7 this one dharmas.
What it
according to Manu Dharma only this classifications and all started and
exactly. Varna Varna
Varnas.
Dharma system started from Manu.
Manu.
Right. If you can write the Varnas in the next part, that will cover what is Manu Dharma. Same way they may ask what is Yajnavalkya Smriti. Right, what is Manu Dharma, Manu Smriti is, and the reformation.
Madam, tell me Manu Dharma, madam, once again.
Sorry?
Manu Dharma, madam, please explain.
Varna system.
Classification of
ఇప్పుడు నేను
Varnas.
ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్ చెప్పలేను.
System, madam.
Sorry?
Caste system.
Yes, Varnas. Varna system, not caste system. Varnas.
4 Varnas.
Varnas, then Ashramas.
Okay.
Yes, madam.
Then
Got it, madam.
Parikramas.
I hope you got it, you
Yes,
you
ma'am.
remembered now.
Yes, ma'am. Parikramas, Kankaryas.
దాన్ని రాయాలి. యజ్ఞవల్క్య స్మృతి రాగానే దాంట్లో లిబరలైజేషన్ ఎంత అయింది మనుధర్మ మీద అని చెప్పేసి దట్ యూ కెన్ రైట్ ఇన్ యజ్ఞవల్క్య స్మృతి. ఓకే.
Yes, ma'am.
Like that they will give in short answers. What is only antecedent depths. Just they will confuse with the words during the examination. That's why I am giving you the words like Dandu path and this antecedent depths. The simple depths ante you can write all types of depths. But he will confuse with giving Vyavaharika, Avyavaharika words.
If we ask sources of Hindula, we have to explain each and everything, ma'am, in that
Yes.
ancient, modern.
Sorry?
If it comes into sources of Hindula, we have to explain each and everything as like ancient, modern, and
Yes.
procedures on ancient, procedures in modern. In that also we have to cover Manu and Yajnavalkya, everything.
No. Just you can write down just simple smritis. How many types of smritis are there? Only if the sources of Hindu law is given, then you just put the shrutis, smritis, and all this, and
Comments.
explain shruti, explain smriti. In smriti, so many types of smritis are there. What are the main smritis? Just a small side heading and just a paragraph wise.
Okay.
Need not go deep into each and every smriti.
Okay.
Like Manu Smriti, Yajnavalkya Smriti, because next questions will be related to those. Depends if it is coming on 20 marks or it is coming in 10 marks.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay? If it is in 20 marks, you should write whatever smritis you know, what are the main smritis, like putting all the 8 to 9 smritis and Manu Smriti, Yajnavalkya Smriti, Narada Smriti with little bit details. Because commentaries, digest will be there. Then again you will have customs to write in detail. So it depends on your case where it comes, question where it comes in 10 marks or in 20 marks. It should not be like repeating. ఎందుకంటే if he gives sources of law, he will also give customs. If he gives sources in 10 marks, he will give customs in 20 marks. Okay. In short answers, he may give only precedents in 10 marks. Then he may give only legislation in 10 marks. You should know how to elaborate that. Legislation means only one sentence we can write. We can write in 10 sentences also. That is what as advocates or law students, you should learn how to expand the answer with case laws, with citation, with brief examples and all. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So for today, I will wind up our class here. Still, if you have any doubts in first unit, please do come back. Please put in the chat box or in any you have WhatsApp groups or something. Do it not in the class. Hopefully by February we will start our offline classes. Because I am uncomfortable with online.
Even though we are also, ma'am.
Yeah, because I can't see your faces and I can't give you more examples. I just am finishing off with hoping that you have understood. If not, we may get more examples, we may take this loss, we may do more things. So by 27th, on 27th next class, we will start our next unit 2, which is marriage acts. Whatever we missed in unit 1, we will cover in that. Because again, there will be definitions for each and every your doubts. మళ్ళా మీకు డౌట్స్ వస్తాయి, అప్పుడు మనం మళ్ళా క్లియర్ చేసుకుందాం.
ఓకే
Okay, ma'am.
ఓకే
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you suggest any reference books, ma'am?
రెఫరెన్స్ మీ గ్రూప్ లో మీకు ఆల్రెడీ చాలా మంది ఇచ్చినట్టున్నారు. మీ రెఫరెన్స్ అవసరం లేదు.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
More probably Hindu law you will not need also. ఏ బుక్ చదివినా కానీ that will be easy for you.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.